Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Ethereum. We're going to be looking at its valuation with respect to USD and with respect to Bitcoin. So if you guys like the content, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Please do give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And also check out the Telegram channel in the description below if you guys want to discuss these charts, want to talk about it with me. I'm actually fairly active in the channel, which some people weren't aware. But I am actually fairly active in that Telegram channel, so please check it out. One of the things we've been talking about for a while now is that 20-month moving average of the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. I mean, I don't want to put too much, importance on it, but at the same time, it does seem to be a key support region. Both the support during the bull run in 2017 and then in 2018 when the bull run was kind of when the show was over, we held it as support one last time. But for the last several months, we've been holding it as resistance, and you can see that we're basically flirting right with that line. We had a wick so far above it, but we're still right around this region. Now, what have we talked about before with Ethereum? We've said many times that one of the things that historically needs to happen for Ethereum to really skyrocket and to see those gains that everyone wants to see, not only with respect to USD, but also to see that ratio of Ethereum Bitcoin really start to move back up, maybe get back into this region up here, or maybe even this region up here. What needs to happen for us to really start moving into these levels? Well, we said, okay, well, the last time it was really Bitcoin holding the 20-week moving average as support, right? And this is what it took in the last market cycle. If we show that 20-week moving average, there you can see it. Let me just remove the this other line that I drew. But you can see that 20-week moving average right here, and it was in the first quarter of 2016 where Bitcoin held support after moving sideways, right, for an extended period of time. So we just made a video on this about Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin came up and then it more or less just moved sideways into the 20-week moving average, and then from there Bitcoin continued its bull run, okay? And then if you go to present day, well, first, what happened with Ethereum Bitcoin back when that happened? Well, if you go back to say the beginning of 2016, I guess we don't actually have it on this chart because it doesn't go far enough back. But if you go back to the beginning of 2016, this is when Ethereum did make a significant move with respect to Bitcoin and with respect to the US dollar. When did it make its second biggest move? Well, that happened when Bitcoin got to its previous all-time high in 2017. So what are we looking for? We're looking for Bitcoin to hold that 20-week as support. We've been saying this all along. It needs to hold the 20-week as support. If we move sideways into it, that's great. Maybe we need to wait for the 20-week to catch up to where we are, and you can see it has started to shift and it's starting to increase now. So if you zoom in on the chart, you can imagine if the 20-week starts to slowly increase like this, and then Ethereum or Bitcoin just kind of moves sideways into the 20-week and then holds it as support, this could happen maybe sometime in the next few months, near the end of the year. And what do we know about the end of the year with Ethereum? Historically speaking, December, around December timeframe has always been, I don't want to say always, but more or less it's been the best time to buy Ethereum, especially to see, say, your 90-day ROI, return on investment. And the reason is because it tends to make a significant move in the first quarter of the year, every single year. So far, there's been at least like a 2 to 5x move of Ethereum with respect to the US dollar every year since inception. So, maybe this market structure is setting up so that Bitcoin will continue to move sideways into the 20-week moving average that will slowly start to increase now that we're replacing these candles here with candles that are higher. If this is the case, then it potentially would hold that 20-week moving average sometime in the next few months, and this could then really give Ethereum the push it needs to see that huge gain with respect to Bitcoin. Now, of course, Ethereum already is in more or less one of these uptrends now. I mean, if you just look at, say, the monthly candles here, you can see that it is moving up. It's not like it's not moving up. You can't really say that it isn't doing anything, because you can generally see that it is moving up with respect to Bitcoin. But what everyone wants to see is a move like this, where it shoots up, right? This is what everyone wants to see, and for good reason too. I mean, there's a lot of other coins in the market that are really starting to take off. You're seeing these coins really start to move and pump, and a lot of people have investments in Ethereum. You guys have to remember that a lot of these other coins that are moving, these are micro bubbles that are occurring. A lot of them have gone through them, and then they've popped already, and then have hit, they've gone right back down. Not all of them. A lot of them, some of them will not go back down to their previous levels, but a lot of them, they go through these mini bubbles, they pop, and they go right back down. It's just speculation, pumping up a coin, and then selling it, and then watching it go, and then just rinsing and repeating that cycle. Ethereum is gearing up for something completely different. Okay, it's not. I don't anticipate the Ethereum move being something where it just it moves up in the matter of 2 or 3 days. It goes up 10x, and then it retraces, and then the market cycle is over. I don't see this happening. What I see more so happening is Ethereum continuing to move up. With respect to Bitcoin, especially as long as Bitcoin's just sitting humdrum at $9,200, if it remains between, that 9,000 to 9,400, then Ethereum, Bitcoin will likely continue to do well. But to see that really, to see that major move, it would really be nice if Bitcoin could hold that 20-week as support. Because why? Because that's what happened during the last market cycle that ultimately propelled Ethereum. To new highs, and this is ultimately what we want to see. If you look at the at the Ethereum chart, right? I mean, you can see that we've basically been in this accumulation phase for quite a while now. I don't think I have it on here. Let me go ahead and delete some of these so I can pull it up. If we go to, say, the Ethereum regression band and just throw that on the chart, you can basically see that we're essentially around our fair value of Ethereum. Now, this one isn't exactly accurate, because I think I set it to be the one for Kraken instead of Coinbase, so it's not going to be it's not going to look as it might not look identical to what I had it before, because it depends on the start date, but more or less you can see that we're around our fair value of Ethereum, and that this is the time to slowly be accumulating Ethereum. It doesn't mean that we can't, drop back down to, maybe back down to 160. It doesn't mean we can't. It doesn't mean we can't go up in the short term up to 300. But more or less, if you're looking for, say, that longer term, cycle, the one that's going to take us several years, this is the time of your life, most likely, with Ethereum to be accumulating, to just be stacking it before we make that transition to Ethereum 2.0, which very well could be, one of the catalysts that really propel the bull market to new heights. This could be the story that is told. So I would say just continue doing what you're doing. If you're getting uncomfortable with the fact that Ethereum hasn't moved, I'm pretty sure that Ethereum's time will come. It's just a matter of time, and it's harder to move a coin like Ethereum, from where it currently is. I mean, it's number 2. The volume it's going to take to move it is going to be substantially more than, say, the volume for, a coin that is, much excuse me, for a much lower market cap. So, business as usual. If you guys like the content, again, please subscribe. We do have the premium list if you want access to that. And I should remind you that we did add a new perk to the premium list. So if you're one of the 400 people that's already on the premium list and you don't have access to it yet, we do have a new private Telegram channel with alerts where I kind of give you my candid thoughts on the market. I'll post a lot of different charts. I'll do it more frequently. I'll tell you what I'm doing with the market, my thoughts. So this is a new perk. If you're already on the premium list and you want access to that, just shoot me a message on Telegram and we'll make it happen. If you're not on the premium list yet, I'll just let you know you will get access to that. You'll get access to a weekly premium video, a weekly newsletter, and a Google Sheets dashboard with the live risk metrics and regression bands and all sorts of stuff. So well, I guess the regression band, we have it of Tesla right now, and we have it of the total cryptocurrency market cap right now. I'm working on adding more as we go. If you want access to this content for a year, you can pay with cryptocurrency, and you actually get a nice discount if you want to pay for 6 months or 12 months. So please check it out. Would love to have you join. Again, the private Telegram group is the channel with alerts, is getting a lot of positive feedback. I think a lot of people like it. So please check it out. Try it out for a month. See what you think. So remember, business as usual with Ethereum. Just, I think ultimately speaking, we're going to look back on this and kind of just recognize, what, this was the time. It was there all along, this accumulation phase. A lot of people were antsy during this phase. When we were up here, it was just going to skyrocket. When we were down here, it was just all, gloom and doom. But more or less, this is just noise. And what we're looking for Ethereum is, ultimately what we're looking for is to see Bitcoin get back to the 20-week moving average, whether that means the 20-week moving average catching back up with Bitcoin, and then hoping to see Ethereum really skyrocket over the next few years, which hopefully I'm thinking, somewhere a several $1,000 Ethereum, maybe even like a $9,000 Ethereum or so. I mean, I know some people would like to see it go higher. Personally, I'll be mostly out of the market by then. If it gets to around $10,000, I will be long gone, running for the hills with my profits. I'll wish the rest of you the best of luck on your journey. But just for me at that point, it'll be time to just take the profits and diversify and move on. So the key thing is come up with a plan for the market cycle, stick to it. Don't get swayed by all the noise out there, because there sure is a heck of a lot of it. And just stay focused on what the plan is. And I think in 3 years, you're going to be very happy with your decision. So again, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Check out the premium list if you want exclusive content. Check out the Telegram channel if you just want to chat about this stuff with other people. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.